This is a quick overview of the stock stats program that I wrote to collect stock market data. First line, this is when data collection began. The percentage values below are based off of this data collection start time. Next line is the current date and time. So all values below for low price, current price, bid, ask, high are all based off of this current time. The next line is how many symbols we've collected throughout the market. Invalid symbols are symbols that don't meet our criteria. Valid symbols for our range. We're currently looking for all stocks between a penny and $10. So there's 689 of those. This is our float value collection data. So we've collected all the float values for all of those stocks, collected the average volume for all of those, and we have the total stocks queried is 4918. Next is the amount of Twitter symbols tracked. So this is, as we go through the day and stocks meet certain criteria, we track them on Twitter. And then we collect that data and display it in this column here. So this is basically your social media footprint, how much this stock is being talked about during the day. Finally, this is our streaming data values, how long it takes to get the data, and that we are streaming. So we're pulling this data live every second. Then we define the time. So this is looking at a pre-market chart. So before 6:30 a.m. Pacific. And this is the data for this date and time, pre-market. So the top column basically lists everything in descending order based off of percent. So MICT up 77%, as opposed to our lowest, which is Ford, which has dropped 19% since this start time right here. Each value, the first column here, is a proprietary rating that I created, up or down, green, red, etc. Stock symbol, the time of last movement for the stock, so whether the bid-ask values were changed, the high-low price, the current value, etc. That time is logged there. This is our alert column, so if stocks meet certain criteria, going above 5% within a short period of time, this number will increase. Then we have the Twitter counts. We have the total percent change. We have the total volume. We have the low price, the current price, bid, ask, and high price. And then we have the percent change from the last reported price, right? So this percentage here is based on the last logged price movement of the stock. So from the current price to the last price, it changed 0.16%, and that value, the volume changed by 1,230 for that. Total dollar value, this is 1,230 times the current last price of 621 gives us this 7,600. The total dollar amount, so this is all of that collected data being summed up to give a total amount of dollars so far traded. This is a weighting for value and percent. So this is the rating system basically that builds this first number. That's based off of the volume data and percentage data. And then the last value is, of course, the float. So that's the pre-market chart. I will open up a market open chart, which is a little different. All the same data at the top, but we display it a little differently. So this top one is by total dollars traded, so that orders by this amount here. The most money has been pumped into MICT on this day. Next one is the total percent change descending. So similar to the pre-market, we have descending and ascending. So we can see which ones are moving up, which ones are moving down. Activity is basically the amount of changes in data, bid, ask, high, low, last, whatever, volume changes for that stock from the start of open. So Ford is currently the most active stock for this day. And then by below is the response change, which is simply stocks that are chained in a series of events. So if a stock has a lot of activity, that activity count's going to increase here. This will be the symbol. This will be the start of the chain. So this will not update while it's in chain. And this is the captured price right here of this chain. So when this chain started at 644, the price was 624. Then this is our current price of 706, hence our percent change of 13.14%. And that's basically the entire program and the data that's presented. We will be streaming this daily as just an alternative. I see everybody uses the same scanners, same settings, and it got monotonous for me. So I wanted to create something that was different, that made sense to me, and hopefully it helps others out. Thank you.